Karibu sana Morinia Hawkins. Bas, we have 102 people on board. Now Stella Brenda, we can start the show now. Oh yes, 108 people watching. Stella Brenda, wanjani wako.
A very good afternoon wherever you are watching Super Squad TV. As usual, we always have the Strength of a Woman show streaming live from Super Squad TV. I'm your host, Stella Brenda Uchieng. Today, I'm having the privilege to host one beautiful woman. She's very tough. She's very hilarious. She's called Ruth James, popularly known as Ruth James on our Facebook pages. But we want to know who Ruth James is just in a while. Today, we are talking about single parenting. When my director said about single motherhood, I don't want to narrow it down to single motherhood. Today, we talk about single parenting. Being a single parent. Who is a single parent? What are the challenges single parents go through? And today, we are having Ruth James in the show. Ruth James is a single parent, and that is why she's featuring here. In relation to our topic, our show, The Strength of a Woman show, we want to see or hear from Ruth James what she's gone through as a woman, as a young woman, as a youth, what she's gone through as a single parent, and what makes her proud of herself that today she can be proud to come and be on our screens and actually be a guest. Karibu sana, Ruth James.
Thank you so much.
Looking beautiful.
Oh.
You've been my friend, but we've never had time to sit down, talk. And by the way, before I give you a chance, Ruth James is very talkative when it comes to Facebook. She can talk, she can talk, she can talk and talk. Meet Ruth James in life. She's very calm, she's very humble. In fact, you won't believe she's the same girl. I've met her, I think, twice, and it's always a hi. I always think when I meet her, she'll be like, hey, they're too much keleles that we. The only thing she had to tell me today, you know what? As your guest, I'm not going to be limited to one language, which is English. Eh? And she told me that very sternly. Ruth, you're free. English, Kiswahili, whatever. In fact, the emotions will lead you on what language to use. Karibu sana. Tell us who Ruth James is. What are your name? Yes.
Oh, I'm so shy.
She's shy. It's okay.
Okay, I'm called Ruth James. Min Nyangwile, that's how people call me. I'm a 25-year-old woman, single mother. Basically about my life, I stay in Nairobi, Kitengela, and work as a sales person with biofoods. Anything else?
Is Ruth James your official name? Kwa ID pale, nikikutumia ka M-Pesa sahi ndapata ni Ruth James, ama James ni Mr. ama ni Daddy. Who is James? Or just give us your official name.
My official name is Ruth Ocheng.
Okay.
Ruth James. James is my dad.
Okay.
Actually, I love my dad so much.
Daddy's daughter.
People call me James. My workmates call me James. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yes, I want to know Ruth James. Apart from being a salesperson with biofoods, when you talk of biofoods, I remember the yogurt, very tasty, different flavors. Thank you so much. And I hope they're watching. They're seeing their salesperson looking so gorgeous on TV and talking strongly as a woman. Karibuni sana, 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 sana. Ruth James, I want you to tell us, just give us a brief description of your life as a single parent. You talked there of being Mama Nyangile. Those who don't know what Nyangile means, is zile ta kitambo. There's that home lamp. Ya tin pale. Yeah, so when you talk of Nyangile, let me pick on that. Why did you choose that name Nyangile?
Okay. When I found myself single, pregnant,
Yes.
I thought my life would end because I was so depressed and I had lost hope in life. And when I got her, I realized that I became so happy. She turned my life in a positive way. That's why I call her Nyangile, because it's a small lamp, but it lights the world. You understand? Yes, that's why I called her.
Nyangile lighted your life.
Yeah,
She became
yeah.
the light into your life.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Ruth James.
She changed the way I used to view things.
Mhm.
She just changed my life. I became a positive person when
Yes.
I got her.
Yes.
Yeah.
She changed the approach you had in life.
Yes.
Good. Thank you so much, Ruth James, aka Mama Nyangile. Now, Ruth, we are going straight to our topic today, single parenting. Ruth, kindly tell us, what's your understanding of single parent? Who is a single parent?
Okay, a single parent is someone who is single-handedly handling a baby on his or her own without the partner's help. You are doing everything for your child when the father or the mother is there and doing totally nothing about it. That's single parent, raising a baby alone.
Yes.
Yes.
Just as she has said, single parenting is raising a child on your own. That is what I wanted everyone to know, because we have so many women and so many men. Unaona mtu ameandika, I'm a single parent, but they get support from the other partners. You know, you have a child, you stay with them on your own. For instance, let me say, as a Stella, I have a child or children. I take care of them myself, or no, let me put it. Somebody helps me take care of them. Their father, maybe we separated, then you find their father takes care. Then I come and start shouting, oh, I'm a single parent. It's mistaken.
Yeah, but here I can say that a single parent is the one who does everything, not getting support from the
Totally.
partner. Totally.
Yes.
It's my Nyangile is turning 5 this year.
Yes.
There's no day the dad has ever done anything to me.
Ata aseme basi, sasa fanya. But he knows you are his kid.
He knows.
Okay.
Si hata juzi nilimpelekea mtoto anamuita uncle and he's okay with it.
Those are one of the questions.
That's not my dad, that's my
baby.
uncle.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, he's your dad. So people are like, why are you forcing him into the life of the kid?
Yes.
By then, I'm in good terms with his family members.
Okay.
So I normally take my kid to the sister.
Okay.
And she willingly takes him. And she's always like, when you want to bring her, just bring her. I have no problem. But I don't talk with the dad. Even when I went there, I told him, Sasa, Serena, 20.
Yes.
Before. He has never done anything. Sometimes it hurts because you can see I'm the one doing everything for her.
Yes.
I'm the one paying her fees. I'm the one, and upkeep, it's all about me.
Yes.
Why don't you just try and be like, today let me send her even 1,000 bob. He has never.
Is it because you don't want? I want us to learn. Now we have gotten into the heart of the story and of our interview today. Okay? Kijaluo wachoni chunywach. We are the heart. You know, even a story has the introduction part, we have the body, then we have the conclusion. Now this is the...
Do you know that sometimes I text him? He has blocked me everywhere. I can't even access him.
Okay.
Sometimes I text him, Nyangile is unwell. I know we are not in good times.
Yes.
Even if you have 1,000, send me. Hi, do you mind helping me pay fees for the kid?
Sometimes you're stuck.
Hi, can you send me some cash? Leo tumelala nja.
Yes.
He never responds. He never calls. He never responds. He never calls.
Yes.
That's why there's a time I got to Bita and I told Nyangile that, you know, your dad is dead.
I wanted to ask you that because sometimes on your wall you said Nyangile is...
Because it's dead in my life. Nyangile, if you ask her, she'll be
Atakwambia.
like, "Alikufa." So but I came, I talked to a friend who advised me to introduce her to the father.
To the father.
So I was like, Ngalia hii picha,
Mm.
this is your dad. No. And when I took her there, I took her intentional to see her dad. When she came back, she told me that's not her daddy. That's her uncle. I insisted, that's your daddy.
Have you ever asked yourself why she said that?
I don't know.
I think, I'm just thinking, there is a man you brought in the house, you stayed for 2 years. She grew up, okay, in the presence of this man. Nyangile was 3 months. You remember what you said?
Yeah.
She's grown to know that the man, that's the first man he saw she saw when she was growing up. So that's why she keeps telling you, that is not my dad, my uncle, because there's a man that he grew up knowing.
Actually,
Yes.
there's no day, I don't think there's a day Nyangile called my second man daddy.
Okay.
It was babe. And he knew that wasn't his dad.
Okay. She called him babe.
We used to call him babe.
Okay.
My friend came to tell Nyangile,
Mm-hmm.
angalia hii picha.
Yes.
Baba yako umesikia? After he had left.
Yes.
And she grew up knowing that was her dad, because I have his photo on my laptop. That's your dad. So, okay, anyway, I think maybe when she went there are kids who call that guy uncle. Maybe. I don't know anyway. But what I think, even if those kids call him uncle, and Serena also call him uncle, he could have even told her that, I'm not uncle, I'm daddy. He never did. It's very wrong.
So it's like you're forcing.
Yeah, so it's like I'm forcing him into the kid's life, and it's not even taking care of the kid. So I've decided to just let him go. Yes, I've let him go. No, he'll feel like maybe I'm desperate or not. He's doing nothing about my baby's life. And even, okay, I think he's not interested in that kid, because Kitambo, when Nyangile was months to 1 year, he used to post her a lot. My last born. I came to search him through a Sud account. I have a Sud account. We are friends with the Sud account.
He's not aware.
He's not aware.
Okay.
He brought down all my kids' photos. All. Meaning that he never wanted to be part of it. I normally tell my kid that I am your mother, I am your dad. So don't worry about anything. I'll take care of you. Yeah.
Mr. Director, there is a comment there by Nyarabandu, and I think she said something so nice. She said, Roy Captain, I wish such a topic we would have 3 to 4 women on the same platform. Yes, I think that is good.
And I think Ruth James
this is a broad topic.
can take a break and sip the water. I can see the show is getting emotional.
Of course, I'm equally getting emotional, but I have to get strong as
because
the host.
I know the host also shares some big story. Meet Maratari.
Yes.
I also
yes.
share the same story, Meet Maratari, but on another perspective.
Let Ruth sip her water. We've started now our interview. She's tackled single parenting. Who is a single parent? And I want to sensitize. Don't say you're a single parent when you are not. Yes. Being a single parent simply means you are a parent to that child. All the responsibilities are on your head and on your bill. You do it on your own, from their fees, from their upkeep, shelter, clothing, food. No support from the other partner or parent. So don't come yelling and saying I'm a single parent when on a monthly basis there's money ushered into your account by the other partner. I think that is right.
Someone is saying weekly for Kelo, Nyangile doesn't recognize her father, and she'll never, because she lacks that father love. Men, wake up, wake up, because she never acquired pregnancy from heaven. Let's be men enough, huh? And be in our kids' lives. Even if you're not married to the mothers, let's be men enough and be in our kids' lives. Yes, that's true. That's true.
I'm proud to read that from Weekly for Kelo.
Yeah.
Yes. Huh? Now, thank you so much, Sophie. You say, strong ladies, I salute you. Thank you so much. Winnie Oduor, I can see you're watching. Thank you so much. Washington Onyango says, sorry, Sana, and I hope he is shamefully listening. Emmy says, not sometimes, but it hurts. He should be responsible. Okay. Now, you'll forgive me. I'll just have to make this right. I have a lot of questions, and because of time, I'll not tackle per one, because you find as we talk, some of your answers, some of your experiences bring me to the answers to some of the questions I was asked, yeah? We've tackled, let me get to know from you. What are some of the causes of single parenting, singlehood? What are some of the things, issues that lead people to being a single mother, a single father?
Main causes: separation,
Yeah.
getting a kid without planning,
Okay.
mi- let me just say, mistakes. You go to a pub, you drink, you meet a man, you meet a lady, boom,
Carelessness.
carelessness.
Okay.
It makes one be a single parent. Rape,
Uh-huh.
you get raped.
Yes.
But some women get kids willingly.
Okay.
Yeah, they get kids willingly, and they're okay being single parents.
Like now Ruth is telling us she doesn't want marriage, but she's getting a baby, number 2, soon.
Yes.
So iyo umependa. The first one you're forced into it. The second one
I want.
you want it. Good. Yeah, we have rape, just as Ruth has said. A rape. We also have carelessness. You go out, get drunk, you go partying with your friends, a one-night stand, you don't even know or remember the person, and there, boom, you're pregnant. And like, no, I have to keep the baby. Yeah, we have divorce here, as you've said. There's divorce here, and separation, of course. Of course, we have also the death of a parent. You give birth, and within 2 months, 1 year, the parent is gone. I understand.
And another one, getting a baby with a married man who is not interested in marrying you. You end up being a single parent because he won't be part of it.
They only wanted you for other missions and not for marriage and parenting.
Exactly.
Okay. Hi.
I can see Charles Otieno from Mozambique is saying, Ruth, pass my regards to Binoy. I don't know Binoy in Nani. Pass my regards to Binoy, Charles Otieno, the CEO Kula Dawa Society. Anasema kula dawa kidogo, kula dawa kidogo, kula dawa. Charles Chamiat. So that one is passed across. And some people are asking how to reach Super Squad. And on the comment, I've just pinned it. If you feel like appreciating this program, I've pinned a number there. The number is registered with the name John Olima. That's me. Roy Captain is my art name. John Olima is my official name. So if you feel like you want to join this program by appreciating it or coming into the next show, that's the number to use to do your inquiries, support, and anything else that you need to know from the Strength of a Woman show. We will also briefed. You can also reach Stella Brenda Ochieng on her Facebook handles. Yes, she will also brief you on the protocol and procedure. Ray Captain, I wish I was still in Nairobi. I would have come along and give my story from a bitter start to a better ending. That is Ann Ombija. You're still welcome. You can still do.
And you can send an inbox to either Roy Captain or myself. Stella Brenda Ochieng is my Facebook account. Kindly just share with us, and we'll be very, very delighted to host you and hear your story in the Strength of a Woman show every Saturday.
Carry on.
Thank you so much, Ruth. Now, I want us to start tackling the questions. From what you told us, number one, there's a question that people ask. I told you in my inbox, because there's some people who don't want their identity to be publicized and known. Yes. As a single parent, is it right? Because being a single parent is not a disability. You're not disabled as Ruth. As a Stella, I'm not disabled. Is it right to have a lover? Let's start from there. Is it right to have a lover as a single parent?
Oh my God, that question though. You're a human being. You have feelings just like any other person.
Okay.
Then why should... Oh my God. You have feelings.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm asking that because of my second question, which is the main question actually. Because I know we all have feelings and prone to move on in life, okay? Is it right to host your lover? He's not the father of the child. She's not the mother of the child. Is it right to host your partner into your house as a single parent?
I did it for 2 years.
Okay.
I did it for 2 years. It's very normal to host a man in your house. It's normal to host a woman in your house. Hosting a woman in your house, you are marrying.
Okay.
Hosting a man in my house, I am marrying.
Okay.
It's normal. It doesn't mean that I'm desperate.
Okay.
It's all about love. And I know so many people are doing this. So many women are doing this. I know people say that maybe they're desperate. It's not about desperation. It's not about desperation. It's about love. And I told you, some women, when they love, they love. They'll do anything for their men. It's unfortunate that most of them never appreciate it.
During this process, Ruth says it's right. Your opinions, your views. Comment section, I'll come on them. Your questions now, it's getting hotter. Ruth James, by the time you invite your lover into the house, you have a kid that you didn't sire with them, okay? How are they supposed to refer to them? I have a lover. Are they supposed to call this man daddy? Or they call him babes? Or if he's called David, they just say, David, Mom, David amekuja. Yes.
I think if it's not a long time, if it's not a long-term stay, just introduce them as your friends.
As you start a relationship, sorry, now we are getting high on this. As you start a relationship, I'm very sure every intention as a single parent is to build up this relationship to something. And when it reaches an extent that you invite them to your house, you have decided on yes, it can work. If I'm not wrong.
As I told you,
Yes.
getting into a relationship doesn't mean that you want something serious.
Yes.
You might be friends with benefits. You might be only wanting to make love with them and leave them.
Yes.
Maybe you want male company,
Yeah.
but I would advise that if you are not sure that you want to settle with that man,
Don't bring them home.
It's not about bringing them home. You can bring them home as your friend,
Okay.
no problem.
Okay.
But don't say who you need daddy.
Okay.
Don't. This is my friend. This is my workmate. This is my workmate. If you don't say that he's your dad.
Kindly help me solve this question. I'm getting to my inbox. There was a question that I was asked. Huh? Here it is. Huh? I'm just getting it. I'm just getting to it. There's so many. Stella, kindly help me. I am a single mother of one boy, 6 years old, named Arnold. I am in love for the past 6 months. My new boyfriend insists on coming home. I've always told him I cannot do that unless we are getting married. I love him, he loves me. I've met few of his relatives. He has done the same to my relatives too. We haven't decided yet on moving in, but we've talked of marriage. Is it right to bring him home? And if I do so, how will my son, how will I introduce him to my son? And how will I introduce my son to him? I think the only problem here will be how she will introduce the son. She will introduce the man to the son. She sent 2 messages. The second message, I don't want him to call him daddy when it's not yet the right time. I equally feel bad telling him to call him uncle when he's not his uncle, and soon we could be together. How will I change from uncle to daddy? Kindly help out. I need to move on. That is one of the questions I got in my inbox, and she's a very good friend of mine.
It's very simple.
Yes.
If she's not sure or she's not ready to introduce the guy as his dad, as the kid's dad, just let the kid know that he's just a friend. With time, he'll get to bond with him. And if he likes it, he can refer him as a daddy. But I don't advise it. Yeah. Let her just tell the baby that he's just a friend.
Good. Bado tunaendelea. I'm still your questions. Your questions are streaming. Ken Ayeko, thank you so much for watching. Long time, my friend. Sharon Anyango. Many women are going through what Mama Nyangile went through, but are still caged in such marriages because they fear what people would say. Ruth is a strong woman, and kudos for raising that child single-handedly. Women should wake up and know their worth. It will be better, Mama. Yeah?
Yes, and again, I think women should not fear getting out of marriage if it's an abusive marriage. It's never bad to be a single mom. Actually, I made a post sometimes back that we are never happy because of the weight of the responsibilities, because of feeling the bitterness that you are having towards the daddies. But we are special. I think we are special.
Sure.
We are special.
True.
I don't discourage people getting married. Actually, it's very sweet. But I would rather say, if it's messy there, walk out.
True.
You'll get someone who will love you better. I have a friend of mine who told me that she left her marriage 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
She has never been into a relationship. Otame. I laughed at her and was like, "You're not serious. Was that man your God?" She has never moved on.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should start embracing single parenthood.
Yes.
Because it's something normal, and majority of Kenyans actually are single mothers. I feel so bad when people say, "Ni okdaka ogweno gitonge."
Mm-hmm.
You can imagine a man saying that. I can't take a woman with a kid. Kwani are you going to love the kid or the mother?
You love.
If you love the mother, you should love the kid.
Exactly. It's a two-way traffic.
It's also very unfortunate that some men pretend so much. When you get into the marriage, they pretend that they love your kid. When you get there, things start.
It's always said, Ruth, when you want to win the heart of a single parent, love their babies. And then you find they cuddle themselves in the baby's net. They love the babies. After you accepting and moving on with them or giving birth with them,
they change abruptly. And it's very, very bad. Yeah.
Okay.
It's life anyway.
Aya, bado tunaendelea. Charles Otieno, karibu sana. Kevin Otieno, thank you so much for joining. Oliet Gordon Jamjengo, karibu sana. Angie Min Rayson, you're watching. Thank you so much for watching. Pearson Kings, asante sana. Charles Otieno says, it will be fair to protect children from any clandestine, yani ule klande, ama any other person. Are you getting that? From in a relationship that has no long-term vision. E.g., this makes the kid to have so many uncles. Unaelewa? I hope you're listening to that. Your views, you are still here with your views. A kid will be seeing this dude daily, sleeping in your bedroom. How do you tell the kid he is just a friend or a colleague? I think you can explain that mommy loves this man and so we are married. Otherwise, we may confuse the kids. We're still on that topic. What do you tell the kids when you bring them home? That is what I was asking. Do you bring your lover home as a single parent? David is single. David loves Stella. David brings Stella home. Is it right? Stella is a single mother, brings David home.
Oh, like in my case, mostly if I was to bring a man in my house,
yes,
he comes, we go to his place. It's not a massive sleep in my bedroom or we sleep together in my room.
Yes.
Mostly it's about him coming to say hi, just spending time. Then when it's time, we go to his place, if it's possible.
Uh-huh.
But when he's to sleep in your house, you just tell the kid, "Mom, huyu ni rafiki yangu. You can call him uncle, but not daddy. He's my love." But I think small kids don't need to be told such things. Small kids doesn't understand. So it's you just tell her that he's my friend. Then it's okay with
and
like
that is the concern, because today you say he's your friend, tomorrow he comes as your friend, the next day he comes as your friend, and kids are sensitive. Remember, today he sleeps on the couch? Ama, do people wait for the kids to sleep? They take them to their bedroom and then you vanish into your room. The following day in the morning, you wake up so early before the kids wake up. The man is in the couch there. The kid comes, find the man there. I want to know how it's done. Single parenting. If you're a single parent out there, let us talk. I have a sentiment here. Somebody saying, this is Nyarabandu. With this generation, it's very sensitive compliment here. With this generation of men defiling kids because it's not working with their mother. Actually, that is part of something that somebody asked me. A question that I was asked in my inbox. With this generation of men defiling kids because it's not working with a mother. My door is far away to knocking at Nyarabandu's friend. Let's meet outside. I have baby girls to protect. We've heard of situations where you're even married, leave alone relationship, like you're dating somebody. We've heard of cases where somebody is married and they are married not to the father of their children, not to the biological father. And the man turns out defiling his children.
I think before you let a man in your house, take time to know who they are. Take time to understand them. Take time to see if they are genuine. Because you might bring someone who has bad intentions, you know. If you're not sure of his background, if you're not sure of who he is,
yes,
please don't bring him home, and don't leave them with your babies. That's something that I even tell my brother.
Yes,
I like my baby when she's around women. I can't leave you with my baby even for a day. That's what I do. It's very, I'm very grateful that I'm not staying alone. I'm staying with my sisters, so I'm always free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the security is always tight
Yes.
in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Award says, let's protect the kids from confusion, especially with our adulting ways. By the time you introduce kids to your partner, it should be very serious, leading to a long-time commitment. And that brings me to another question. Award, you could also respond to this back at home, as I also ask it to Ruth James to tackle it. Just what she said, yeah? Unless, by the time you introduce kids to your partner, it should be very serious, leading to a long-time commitment. You get a man as a single mother, and you study them. You said, okay, fine, this man is serious, he's committed. He takes responsibility of the kids, the fees, and everything. We could share. He's not the father, but now, from what he's doing, tackling the responsibilities, this man is serious, and we can give it a try. You start giving it a try, and things goes on so well. You introduce them home. Stay for 1, 2, or even 3 years. Okay? They start changing in this relationship. Of course, now you've introduced the kids, you've introduced the partner, you stay together as a family, or it could be a long-distance relationship. They come once in a week or something, but the kids know this is daddy. Are you getting me? Things happen. We are human. Kuna separations. Okay? Something happens along the way. Mnekaachana. Okay? The relationship comes to an end, Ruth James. You had introduced this man as a parent, as a daddy, for 2, 3 years. After 3 years, something goes wrong and you have to separate again. Tell me, you're getting, because we are human, you have to get into another relationship again, Ruth. Awar, kindly tackle that too. What comes?
I'm sorry to say this, man, I'm sorry. But in my life, even if I meet a man I'm supposed to stay with, I'll never tell my kid that that's the dad. I'm very sorry. I'll tell my baby that your daddy is called so and so. He's not your dad. But just treat him as a daddy. I tell my kid openly, he's not your dad. But just respect him, okay? If he leaves, yeah, end it. But the fact remains that he's not the father. Yeah, end it.
I ended too.
End it.
You know, let me ask, Ruth, I'm still on your case. I ended too. Amanda, there are some people, we bond with people differently. Me and him is gone. But me, him and the kids, or my kid and him, there's an attachment that
Yeah,
The kids start asking you, what did daddy, what do you tell them?
Like in my case, it took her like a year asking where baby.
Yes.
Baby Linda. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
he's working abroad, he'll come. Adi akasahau. She came to forget.
Mhm.
So that's why I'm telling you that I just decided that I don't want to get into something serious and confuse my baby. I
Mhm.
just want to be like that and raise my kid alone. Yeah, because there's some decisions people make that others might think that it's stupid,
Yeah.
but to me, I think it's more important.
Okay.
So I normally say that respect someone's decision and their ways of living life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hiya. What I will still say is here, kids do understand too. Kids understand the love language. Sure, they do. They really do. Wycliffe Okello says, actually, that's what really hurting. Imagine they are the people, that is men, he says. Men are the same people responsible for this sort of nonsense. They say, I can't marry a lady with a kid. In fact, these are the ladies who can make good wives if we don't know. Thank you so much for that. Okoth Jarapogi, karibu sana ndani ya nyumba. You're watching. Thank you so much. Nyarabandu, karibu sana. Nyaramadan, thank you so much. Amondio Ghetto Celestine, that's a very good friend of mine and your friend too. Ah, okay. That's a story outside the room. Huh? She says, people change. Never trust people. Most win your trust, no matter how much time. Before you think about it, boom, your children have been abused. Keep these relationships far from your house. Okay? Did you hear that? Alice Atieno Awonda says, if you're never getting married, what are your future plans? Is it possible for a Luo lady to build her own home? Know that.
It's very possible to go buy your land.
Yes.
And build your own house. Like, I have a dream of building a home maybe someday in Kitengela. It will be my own house. It's
Yes.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll respect the chicken.
Yeah.
I have to get a man
To open the house, to open the
We
home.
have to respect the Luo traditions. You know, men are so important in our lives. We have to respect that we need them.
Okay.
We need them. So it's something that, let me just say, if you build your own home, you have to involve a man, even if you don't want to get married. But it's okay to just build your own house. Very okay. I see no problem with that. So many people have done that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And by the way, people do that of late. So many women have done that. I have Wycliffe again online. Wycliffe says, exactly, Ruth. Take your time to know someone, know his or her background well. On introduction, why can't we just make our matters privately, and when things work out well is then when we can break it to our kids and maybe to our family. These people do change within a twinkle of an eye. Give yourself an ample time to handle this. Okay? That is Wycliffe. Thank you so much, Wycliffe. Tafinya Lego, Tufinya Lego, Karibu, says no man, and I repeat, no man, okay, can love another man's son. They only pretend, but there is no true love for that child at all. And if you just bear his blood, you will see. Some will continue pretending, but others will totally abstain. Mothers, be careful for your children.
That's a very good point.
But it makes me scared because...
And that's one thing that has touched me. That's why nimeshika microphone.
In fact, allow me repeat that. Roy Captain, let me just reread it. She says, no man can love another man's son. They only pretend, but there is no true love for that child at all. And if you just bear his blood, that means ukiza, pap, you will see. Some will continue pretending, but others will totally abstain. Mothers, be careful for your children. Director, back to you.
Yeah, that's why if you see Ray Captain is being called the son of faith, you can relate.
Yes.
In my profile, I always say Ray Captain in bracket, the son of faith. You can relate that. Yes, that's
Nyatekemirwa.
yeah, thank you, Miro. I
Thank
can relate
you.
the son of faith. The son of faith means a lot. Sometimes you might fall in the wrong hands, and you suffer a lot of consequences that is not necessary in the first place. But me, I feel this is for once, mothers should set the record straight before entering into a relationship with another man or getting married elsewhere, Ruth, with another man's son, you should set the record straight. Ask the owner of the son if he will identify his son, because there's no wrong in moving into a relationship. You can get married elsewhere, but if the father of your son recognizes his son, let him remain the father, so that at least he avoid the makasiriko. Yeah.
What if he doesn't, Mr. Roy Captain? He doesn't completely. He doesn't offer any help. He's never responsible. What do you do?
That's the only mistake most men do, and I say I will never do such.
But after 20 years, they'll be back. 20, 30 years when the kids are some people.
No, that's now the most mistake women do.
Yes.
We men, not women. We men do. Because you frustrate a lady with your son, she goes elsewhere, the son gets a good life.
Yes.
And then after which now you want to come and claim him back. How would you start, surely? And then you have subjected the child to a lot of emulation there elsewhere. Pengine kama akupata a good father the other side. Like he gets emulated, anaitwa majina mbovu sana. At the end of the day, this person is so disturbed. Sasa yeye pia akiishi anaishi na hiyo stigma. So anaogopa hata kupenda.
Yes.
Anaogopa kupenda na anaogopa pia kufanya hii maneno yote kwa sababu hiyo stigma is fresh.
They lived with it.
Yeah, for so long, you see. That's why I say sometimes never abandon your sons. If you know you have a son as a man, never abandon that son, because you will subject that son
it's actually a son, a child.
A child, I mean.
Yes.
A child. But the Luos have got a norm that I can marry Ruth because Ruth has got a lady. Somehow, someday she will leave. A baby girl will leave. But you see, a son will want to inherit your kingdom, your empire, your name, you understand? But now if it's getting a stumbling block even to inherit a name, that's why I changed my name to Roy Captain. People don't know why I changed my name to Roy Captain, because I'm not Roy Captain at birth, but somehow I needed to survive and build my own empire, you understand?
Yes.
So I had to come along and say, no, if you guys are now trying to discriminate me from this man's lineage, why not? I can be my own man as long as there is God above, you understand? Because my parents are late, I don't know them now. I cannot get them to tell me where I can start the search from, you understand?
Yes.
So I think this is very sensitive. This is very sensitive. If you know you are dating a lady having a single mother having a son, you have to be very careful as a man.
Okay.
Before turning that button on, you have to ask yourself these questions.
Am I ready?
Am I ready to handle this to the last point?
Actually, Roy Captain, I think the best term and Ruth should be, we need to be sensitive. It's not only men, it is even to women. You can't be a single man and there's a woman walking into your life. Ladies and gentlemen, let us be sensitive. You're being introduced into that family. There's a child. You're being introduced as a new parent there. If you're not ready, if you know tomorrow you are going to pack yourself and go, don't attempt to be in that relationship. Let us be sensitive to the kids you're meeting.
And let us protect the next generation, because when we have most wounded men, they cannot bring other families. That's a fact. If you meet a lot of men are wounded, but perhaps do you know why they are wounded? Because they have a sad past that keeps clinging to their backs. So it's when he comprehends that someone is going to put me or my child through this again.
Yes.
It takes him time to settle down. You understand? Some decide even not to marry at all.
Sure.
Yeah, because anaona mwenyewe hana kitu kupatia hata mali hapa kujenga. So how come anakuja kuoa tena atafuta tena watoto atawajengia wapi? You understand?
Okay.
He doesn't have a sense of belonging. You understand?
Yes.
So I think this is very sensitive, Stella.
Yes.
And it should be clear out there.
This is a topic we need to tackle again another day, and we have a forum of men and women in the house. Yes.
Sharon Anyango is saying something.
Sharon says, personally, I think we should protect our kids because they are so sensitive. The best thing to do is to know this person very well, have your meetings in a place far from your physical address, and only allow your children know who is when you are sure of something serious coming. I have seen women introducing men to their kids year in, year out, and this really affects the mental being of such kids. That is from Sharon. I have Charles Otieno here, Ruth. He says, I tell you, Kids have a very sharp memory. The best and safest thing to do is to keep or protect them from any mpango wa kando relationships until you are sure of the direction it is taking. Thank you, Eunice Onege says she's tuned. Award says, responding to you, Stella, I said kids understand the love language. That's why as a single mother, your head and not your heart should guide you when picking a partner. You may separate, she says, you may separate with your partner, but that doesn't mean he separates from the kid. If you choose a responsible guy, they will understand that your separation doesn't mean that he separates with the emotions from the kids too. Be free with the kid. Walk them through your relationship, mountains and valleys. I think I love that. Thank you so much, Award. Thank you so much. Hey, comments, huh? Of course, Charles Andy did that. I'm proud now. So many people like, we need a man too, there in that show. And you had, no, they haven't. They had not had you. But at least they've heard your voice and now it's fine. Huh? Joshua Genairo says, the single mom should also show respect the relationships they are in. Some will continue communicating with their exes, and that's what makes some men not show love to the kids whom they got the lady with. If you've moved, move on. If you've moved and you're not with the father of the child, let it go. That is what he's trying to say. Yes. See, you've moved, but, you know, it's still a cat and a rat game. I think that is very correct. What I would say is, if the kid had a relationship with her or his biological father, explain that mommy has found another good guy from who he prefers she will be seeing. He is your stepfather. Get to know him. Get to know him. Be free with mommy. Tell mommy your dislikes and likes about him. Don't force the kid to respect and love the man. Let that relationship come naturally.
That is very important.
Exactly.
Yes, I love that.
That's very important. That's very important.
Award, thank you so much for following.
Yeah, keep the discussion
Nyarabandu
on.
says, Roy Captain,
Yeah.
I have a question, but I'd love Roy to tackle it as a man. Huh? Let me just read the question to you, Roy Captain.
Yes.
If we are a couple and we separate, now that is Nyarabandu says, in case I am a couple with Roy Captain, for instance, and we separate, I get married again. How will I balance my kids with the two daddies, yet the present one also loves the kid and can't allow his biological dad to be in the life of the child? Does it mean if I have remarried, the kid's biological dad to go drying? Because this co-parenting, I'm only seeing it works with ladies who never remarried.
Yes, please. Something I would like to say is that
Before Roy tackles it, yes.
if you get married with a baby,
Uh-huh.
please stop communicating with your baby daddy.
Uh-huh.
It's very, very hurting for the man to when he gets to know that you are still communicating with your ex. Even me right now, if I get to know that my man is still communicating with his ex,
Yes.
I'll feel so bad. So if you know that you are married, this guy loves your baby as his own, stop communicating with the baby daddy. Just stop it and just cut him out of your life and that of your baby's life.
I want to pose a question to you and let Roy Captain also tackle this. I am a single parent. Let me say I'm a single parent. And my baby daddy, we are not in good terms. Actually, we separated. Let's say we separated. But he takes care of the kids, responsible for the kids. Later on, maybe after 7 years, I move into another relationship. And my new partner loves the children and takes care of them. What happens, Roy Captain?
Okay, me, I say, let's be digital parents. Do not cut the support from the real dads if they are still interested in supporting. Like in my case, I take care of my kids.
Okay.
But I'm married to another woman.
Yeah.
But I'm taking care of my kids.
Congratulations.
To the letter.
Just a minute. In case the lady has a man,
Gets
is he okay
married.
with it?
Okay, that's why I'm saying let's be digital parents. Because at times, if you are married, and because this is where most people go wrong, you end up blaming a man for not doing his responsibilities, yet perhaps You are the only person mwenye amefanya nini, amemkataza. You understand? Yes. So if a man is interested in taking care of his blood, allow him to do so, whether he's married or not, because that was his responsibility.
Yes.
But now that one is called co-parenting. That's what now co-parenting. But in this case, if you are married and the new person is also taking care of the kids, please have that discussion that is sober. Place it on the table. So and so. I respect the fact that I'm married and you and you love the kids, but please, these kids have identified who their father is. He normally takes care of them. Allow them, give them that window to know that they're in a relationship. You're married to the new man. Is now their godfather, but they have their real father. If the real father wants them to take them somewhere, even allow that godfather to take them.
Excuse me, can I catch you, please?
Yeah.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Yeah. What if your current man says that he doesn't want any support from you as a man?
And again, just to top up on or top up on what Ruth is saying, does it mean these two children, my kids, they're going to have two fathers? I am married. My husband loves the kids. I'll never want my kids to call my husband some other name apart from daddy. Trust me. They also have a biological father that is their father. The blood runs in them. Calls them daddy. So we have to agree. These kids will be having two fathers, two daddies. Roy Captain.
In my scenario, I would love me to have my kids, even if I have a new wife. I would love the mother to give me the kids, so that I can bring them up as their father and as the person they will inherit his empire. You understand? So that the mother can now be the person to visit them. I would love that in my category, of which that is what I always work on.
Yes.
I would love that, but I don't know. People have got different understanding. People have got different norms, culture, behaviors, and then adaptations to circumstances and situations. You understand? You will find parents who doesn't have problem with that at all. But now the problem comes when the man, who is now the new man, doesn't want the owner of the kids to be acknowledged or to take care. That one is now become a time bomb, because you should also ask yourself, for how long? For how long? Because we've seen men who shield the real fathers from taking care of their kids, but only temporarily. When now the pinch starting to hit, now si mtoto kuna baba yake jameni, si mpige hata baba yake.
In fact, when you bear children for them, zaa wako na yeye, then now they start feeling it's a burden.
Hata kama ukuzana, hata kama ushazana wao, hata kama baada ya kuwa mezana wao. You understand, people pretend a lot. As somebody, a commentator said, people pretend a lot. You understand? Because somebody will say, Mimi, I've got a loving man who is ready to take care of my kids. You understand? But until when? Ask yourself that question only. Until when?
Yes.
Because people forget. Kids grow up. They become people, women and men. They start demanding, Father, show me where I can build my home. Oh, Dad, I want to marry. Show me where my mahari can be brought. You understand? Then reality starts dawning into people.
Yes.
Ulimpenda mama yake akiwa mdogo na mama yake ukashildi baba yake asikwe responsible, like now in your case with Nyangile. You understand? Now you are in love with the captain. Now I'll tell you, Ruth, I don't want anybody to claim Nyangile. I'll be full responsible for Nyangile. Fine, Nyangile is still about 4 or 3 years or 5, but now when Nyangile reaches 11 years or 12, 13, once you want to go to Form 1, now still starting knocking the door, fees that are starting knocking. Forget these fees, the primary school. These are nothing. The real fees always knock when Form 1, when a child goes to Form 1. Yes, you see, my wife Manyabosongo always tells me, Roy, sahi mutaza jifanya I can take care of your kids, but wait until the real fee starts knocking. You will also be asked, my friend, what do we do? You see. So that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
If a man pretends that you want to take care of the babies, just ask yourself, until when?
Sure.
Because we pray asichoke. Because akichoka na ulisha fukuza baba ya mtoto.
Yes.
When he was still having the morale of being their father, then it becomes very, very, very suicidal because it's becoming very hurting.
A burden.
It's a burden.
Emotionally, you are tortured.
You're tortured.
Financially, you are pressured.
Leave alone that. You can be even financially ready to help, but ulisha nyanganywa. And you have been denied that right, and then you've been refused. Hakuna kitu mbaya kama refuse, being refused. You understand? Kataliwa.
Yes.
Because you are somebody who is ready to meet this burden as a father, even though you are not married to the lady.
Yes.
You understand? But now when they push you away, we don't need your support, we don't need your money, we are okay.
Then things turns bad at the end of it.
You keep pushing, until say, okay, fine, I give up. But my kids know me. One day they will come look for me. Look, you see the Kabasela case.
Yes,
Kabasela came when her dad his dad was being buried. You understand? All the way from Congo.
Yes.
But you look at that scenario. Why should we allow that to happen?
Yeah.
If a man is able to,
if they're willing
and able to take care of their responsibilities,
give them the mandate,
give them
the space
to do it.
Okay.
And in fact, most those kind of men are so loving. They don't even have demands. They only say, my kids, what do they want? They want this. Okay, fine. Let me find out how I can send them. That's all. That's just enough. You understand? Because I feel bad when you tell me not to take care of my son Moses, and I love him.
And you love him.
Another thing
Yes.
I've noticed, this goes to the men who decides to marry single mothers. I recently met a friend of mine who was like, Ruth, I have 4 kids. 2 are mine, 2 she came with.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's that spirit of them, like, let me say,
Gipogo, yeah.
It's very, very wrong because the kids will grow knowing that the new dad doesn't.
Why would that happen? If you're coming with your kids and I have my kids, why do we separate them? We were parenting. I'm the mother, you're the father.
It's very bad. And I also have a woman I know. She's the one who has separated the kids from the current dad. You can imagine they have never even gone to that man's home. And then she claims that the daddy loves the kids. It's very, very wrong.
You see, like Charles is putting it, the word communication is very relative. You cannot deny the kid that part of their father's life, the biological father's life. Just keep priorities right. When the man needs to see or support these kids, and you are the one, he'll come to for that. You understand? You just keep communication key. You don't kill communication. Sometimes I blame men for blaming their wives who keep communication with their baby daddies because it's prudent. It's in order for the sake of their kids' well-being. You understand? Because suppose, for example, Moses, my son, is now 6 years old. Suppose the mom gets married elsewhere with him. Obviously, atakuwa amejua kama shajua baba yake. You understand? They'll say, I know my father is a Roy Captain, he's a musician. You understand?
Yes.
So how can you tell him not to communicate with his dad?
Okay.
And then how can you force him now to acknowledge you as the new dad? You understand? These things cannot be forced.
Sure.
Let's allow us to do things right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the moment we bring emotions when handling kids, we go wrong. Me, up to now, my kids do not know why we separate with the mother. Hawajuangi sababu, because we have not allowed them to know. They see we are in communication and I do my part as their dad. The only thing they know, they see them not living together with their mama. You understand? So I think it should be made right. It should be kept like that. Gordon is saying something.
Yes, I've seen his comment there. Joseph Okinyi says he's enjoying the show. I also have Clarice. Clarice says, kindly let us have a repeat of this. This is a show that I really want to ask so many questions and so many questions. Thank you so much.
Granted.
Pearson King says, not all men are the same. Some are of bad heart and some are of good heart. Kaka jathumoro nowero ni kata isenyuol gi ng'ato nyithindo gweth Nyasaye. Bia wadagi tuishi wote pamoja. I'm a single dad and I sometimes spend moments with my son. Just the 2 of us for a week or 2. Single moms should borrow a leaf from single dads. Single dads are so responsible, more so when it comes to single parenting. Being a single mom requires a lot of discipline. with this era of advanced technology, your kids will emulate exactly what you do as a mother. You invite friends and turn your house to a drinking spree, the way you dress, etc. Remember, this kid picks a lot from you as the only parent. Say hi to Ruth and Roy.
Okay.
Hear what Charles Otieno is saying. In fact, this is a topic that needs 5 hours. The word communication is relative. You cannot deny the kid that part of their life, the biological fathers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just keep your priorities right. When the man needs to see or support the kid, you are the one he'll come to for that.
Yeah.
And my question is,
Yeah.
I will be telling them this is your daddy, your biological daddy, okay? Then one day Stella is getting married. And my man says, if you are done with the other man, I am ready, we settle. Then I'm saying, yes, we can say, we can settle. My kids are coming in. Roy Captain.
Yeah.
My kids are coming in.
Yeah.
So they are going to have 2 daddies.
Yeah.
Something needs to be done.
No, what I'm asking is this. It's very clear. Ruth, like I gave an example. My son Moses is 6 years old, getting 7.
Yes.
That guy knows his father. He knows he's a musician. He knows he's a producer. So will you tell that guy, young guy Moses, to accept your new husband as the father, and he knows his father?
In fact, there's a question here for you from Nyarabandu. If it's your wife, Roy, will you also allow the biological dad to be in the kid's life?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
that's what
She
I'm
can
saying.
meet him.
No, that's what
She
I'm
can
saying.
meet him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, she can meet him.
Upon it's not about the child, the wife. It's about the child. If the man wants to send support for the child or support him in his education,
And then you tell your wife, Mami, chukua mtoto peleka one.
say chukua mtoto peleka one. It's
And then you have fun na mtoto.
It's my responsibility, me as a man, to know this guy who is claiming that.
This is what...
Can I say something?
Yes, say please.
I think an ex should be past tense. Me, if I move on and I get married, please stop communicating.
Okay,
Leave. You'll be
okay.
creating so many
You see,
issues.
the problem I'm having with the 2 ladies in the house, dear listeners, is because they talk from perspective of emotions. Me, I'm talking from perspective of reality.
Not really.
No,
Not really.
Listen to me, dear. Me, I'm a realist here. I'm being realistic. What I'm saying is now, do you know why I'm called Jasembo but not Word Asembo? Ask yourself that question.
I know.
Do you know the Asembos don't expect me to build there? Do you know why? Because I'm not son of the soil. Be keen on that point.
So where are you coming
That's
from?
exactly-
Where are you coming from?
Be keen on that point.
And that's exactly whatever he's saying is the main reason why I say, if I move with the kids. Where I'm going to dwell, I dwell with them. If it cannot happen, then we sit down and I give them a better home.
And that's why I said the other time that when a man is telling you that, ask him for how long. Because that's the truth. For now you will say because the lovey-dovey thing is there. The reality will beckon. It will start knocking on the door.
On my mind,
Example.
on my mind,
Example.
I repeat.
Example.
I repeat.
Example. You can repeat now because you have Nyangile. Let Nyangile's brother comes. That's when you'll realize what I'm telling you now. You know what I'm saying now is I'm a victim of it. What I'm saying now is this. Suppose my dad somewhere wanted me to come give me his ancestral home and inheritance. Na pengine the other daddy ali mkataza. Then after the demise of my dad, the person who brought me up, and then now I'm being denied a chance even to build in the place I've seen as ancestral home. Do you know what that means to a man? Do you know what that means to a man? Sometimes you don't see things at point of reality. Sometimes me, I talk on realities things because I always put emotions candle. Then I say, what are the realities? And in this case, I won't allow even my Moses to be married with my son. I will make sure nimemoa mtoto wangu na nibaki na
You
yeye.
take your son.
I take my son, yes.
Before they are 18 years
Yeah.
old. Before they are 18 years old.
No.
Do you know of the law?
No, the law can say that.
Can I ask
no
you
problem.
something, please?
The law can say that, no problem.
Can I ask you something? So on your mind, if your ex-wife, if your son grows, you will take him to go and build his home at your place. That's
Is my inheritor.
No, it doesn't happen that way.
My hair
What
apparent.
if
I'm
the
saying-
mother, sorry,
No, it's lying.
Roy Captain, what if the mother gets married and the man says, I'm taking you with your children, those are my children?
There is a societal rule
Yes.
in the law committee that allows you to marry the kids. So yeah, that's what I do. Aitero nyombo mar nyithindo. That's it.
Which is fine, but
that's it.
you know, when we separate, I have my life. My life is going to determine.
But remember, we separate with you, but not with the kids.
That is true.
Yeah,
I don't object.
That's the only thing I want you guys to separate.
Sophia Cheng says, co-parenting only works with the unmarried. Some men, the moment they hear or learn you're married elsewhere, they will cut everything.
I want that too.
Yes.
Just cut, no problem. The other one will take
look at what I was saying.
Yes.
The adults should put their ego aside and view this from the child's welfare view. Kids can have two daddies. Hakuna shida. Just communicate the situation. They understand. Simple. Thank you, Awora. At last, I've got a woman on my side.
You have, but if you dwell on it so much, Mr. Roy Captain, you'll understand that whatever we are talking about is exactly what Awora is talking about. It's all a matter of putting your ego down and adhere to the kids, okay?
And
it's all about the kids. Even me now, as Stella, if I'm getting married, I'm not getting married for myself. It's for the kids. I need a better...
And that's why she's saying...
Yes.
Communicate the situation to the children. They won't eat you. Like now, for example, Moses knows me. I'm the father. You understand?
Right.
Yes. And I'm in there.
Right.
Like,
Maybe because the mother took a lot of time.
Something. Is the mother married?
Not yet now.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
What changes the
when she gets married,
you will learn.
You see, Maureen Bunde is saying,
yes.
Captain is right. You can't deny the baby access to his biological daddy. Because sometimes, Charles would say, keeping off biological dad will create an avenue where the child takes up the task of getting to know about their biological dad. And that's true. It took me time. Mpaka nikawacha kazi.
There are battles you tackle as a child when you are 18 years old and when you know your emotions are right to battle them out. By the time you're taking your feeble legs to go to Tanganyika, you had already started reasoning up as a man and not as a child.
No, the only problem I had was this. I was never told when I could have been told the truth. I met the truth in a bad way. After burying my parents, it's when I'm being told, my friend,
you don't belong.
You don't belong here.
I think that is the wrong.
And you
so
say,
it's not you are wrong. It's somebody else's mistake.
And you say, when you're being told you don't belong here, and mark you are the firstborn. You are the pillar of the family. And you are being told you don't belong here. Imagine, ask yourself, where do you go from there? Your parents are dead, umewazika pale. You are being told...
Roy, someone is supporting you here, Ferdinand Peter. Kids upbringing should be a joint venture of both the biological parents. I don't support it. I only support it if one partner is not married. But if all of them are married, please,
I love the European ways of bringing up kids. Because they don't
Roy
care.
Captain, let me tell you something. I am sorry. That is the European. We are Africans. Let us tackle this as Africans. I am talking to you as an African lady.
Africans never let their sons go.
Which is fine. This is it. We have the new generation that brings about this. I am saying this as Stella. If I have cut communication with you and relationship with you, tumeachana. We give ourselves time if it can work for the sake of the kids. We consider the kids. If our separation is going to affect the kids, we have to sit down and think of it. But if it still can't work and we are forcing it, go and go. Ukiachwa achika. I don't want to communicate with an ex. Never. No.
Ferdinand is saying that we are having emotions. There aren't emotions here, Ferdinand.
No, let me tell you something.
It's about the children, not me.
No problem. At which you will get married someday elsewhere.
I will, very soon, by the way.
Ruth James.
Actually, I'm married.
Somehow you'll build your home somewhere.
I will build.
Yes, I know. You've said you'll build your home somewhere. But in this case, if you have a son, you understand? A son wants to have a sense of belonging. Akiulizwa na msana wa mtu, wewe ni wa wapi? Anamwambia wapi? Mimi mama yangu alijenga Kitengela, sasa sijui ni wa mimi kama Kitengela.
Yes, that's what I'll say if the man was not part of his upbringing.
Okay, but in this case, is a person willing to be part of his upbringing.
Which is fine. The biological father or who?
The biological father.
Let us do it together. Or if you're doing it, Roy Captain, do it, but far away from my kids.
But allow me to
don't manipulate my kids' mind with your presence.
Can I tell you something? If your ex-wife gets married, trust me, your son will build his home the father's house.
I won't allow. I won't allow. I will marry my kids. I won't allow. I won't allow.
Sophia Cheng, your ex should be your past tense. If you move on completely. I have moved on. I'm never letting a man manipulate my children with his presence and responsibility. When I have my two hands, never.
It's a nice cut off.
Okay.
Stop communicating.
Okay. Some kids have 3 daddies. Charles Otieno.
Even Faileys says.
How do you
Very many with 2 daddies and 3 or 4 mummies.
You see?
I have a question here. Upon the Daisy, my ex should be a past tense, yes, but you cannot force a man to take out his blood. In a situation where baby daddy is married and he wants nothing to do with the kid.
Yes. In fact, on that point,
that's the case.
On that point, Ruth James, there's one foolish thing women do. You get married, you separate with your partner. You have responsibilities here. May separate, and of course people separate because they cannot move on. You've tried, the relationship is not working out, okay? You let it go. Then I want to start begging for support for the children to an extent that I want to move to court. Never. I can never do that. I can never go to court to pester a man to take responsibility of their children.
You are wise.
I can never. It will give you emotional torture.
You are wise.
Yes, I can't.
You are wise.
I have a comment
Women,
here.
stop it.
Okay.
I have a comment from Nek Oleko. Stop misleading the masses. You didn't drink the child in Uji. You got the child when with a man. Let the child know the father. What if the father doesn't want?
Okay,
Are you going to force it?
In my case, was simple. I said in my case, when the father is still interested in supporting his blood, you understand? Ladies, kindly don't refuse them that. It's not a much he sees them.
Yes.
It's not a much he sees
Thank you. I didn't object. Roy Captain, listen.
Yeah.
This is what I say.
Yeah.
Take care of them. They are responsible. Call me. In fact, do it in a text that I can even show my love and tell them, this man says that. Is it right with you? He's also the biological father.
Yeah.
If he wants to chip in, let him chip in. But access to my children, manipulating them, confusing them by seeing them.
No, that was not my part of the agenda.
I think now I can back you off.
Part of the agenda was
But
only that
you can't see my
case,
children.
In a case where I don't have to see the children to support them. That's my
Thank
agenda.
you.
Then they also see another daddy
But
there.
I can tell you something. There's no way you'll be sending upkeep and not wanting to see your kids.
Leave for good or be in.
No, what I'm saying is this, Ruth. You see, you are with the kids. For me as a man, even having his picture is only okay. You understand?
David says, I love the reasonings. But the kids can't have 2 fathers. No.
Please, thank you.
Thank you,
Just
David.
let them be. If you are
Governor Jaber Nyarugenya says this is beautiful.
The only thing that is making me mad is a
Listen
point.
to what Pearson King said. Anto chunya rach roy okwanyal bedo one area in one room.
Thank you, Yawa. Oh yeah, okunyalre.
Ne, I've been a victim of this thing.
Nyaravandu, that's it.
Let me tell you something. Suppose I was married to you, Stella, and because I know there are some energetic young champions, if their father want to support them,
yes, financially, that is.
In fact, I will be the one to take them to him. I will take them to him. I will even put them in my car and drive them to him. They say, my friend, these are your champions. But I'm there.
Now you, my current husband, taking my kids to their biological father.
To greet,
my friend,
to greet them.
so that the 2 of you start talking of me.
No, not you.
My friend, we know what transpires when 2... You know you are going there.
Can I tell you something? Someone is talking. I think emotion is taking center stage here.
Yes.
I think separation has nothing to do with the kids.
Thank you. Thank you.
The two should come up with a balanced way of supporting the kids.
Thank you.